Hello everyone, welcome to Come Sit at My Table. We sure are happy that you're here for our video today. You know, we're in the middle of summer, it's hot, and a lot of people don't like to heat up their kitchen to make a meal in summer. I get it. It doesn't bother me, I cook year round. But I do understand that a lot of people don't want to use their stove or oven when it's hot outside. So today, we're bringing you a delicious summer salad that's made with melon and prosciutto. That is so delicious, so easy to fix, and I think you and your family will love it. So let's talk about how we're going to put together our summer salad with melon and prosciutto. We are going to start by making the dressing. And the dressing is going to be made with white balsamic vinegar. Now, if you don't have white balsamic vinegar at your house, and we didn't, I had to go shop for this, you can use regular balsamic vinegar. It doesn't have to be the white, but you probably are going to want some balsamic vinegar. It just doesn't have to be the white, but that's what we're using today. That's what I have used before when I have made this. But once I did make it with regular balsamic and it was fantastic. We're also going to use 2 teaspoons of chopped basil, and I have already chopped some of that up. We're going to use about 1/8 of a teaspoon of sea salt, and I'm not going to measure that out. I'm just going to do a couple of big pinches and stir that into our dressing. And then we're going to use 1 tablespoon of olive oil. If you don't have olive oil, you can use vegetable oil. It will be fine, but olive oil is so good in this. I'm using a flavored olive oil. This is a Parmesan garlic and rosemary olive oil that our daughters actually gave to us. So I'm using it today, but just regular olive oil or a vegetable oil will work. Those are the only 4 things we need to make our dressing. Now for our salad, we're going to use 1 cup of cantaloupe, 1 cup of honeydew, and 1 cup of watermelon. Now I know what some people are thinking. You mean I'm going to buy a whole cantaloupe, whole honeydew, and whole watermelon just to get 1 cup of each? Yeah, but you know, you can use the rest of it for other things. We have it for breakfast a lot. If we have a muffin, we will have some fruit with it. If we do an English muffin or anything like that that we're going to have for breakfast, we always put a little fresh fruit with it in the summer. So use a little of it for your salad today, then cut the rest of it up to use for other meals. Now I'm going to get my 1 cup of each of those by using my melon baller. But you don't have to have a melon baller. You can just cut it up into cubes and it will be fine. You can do it either way, whatever you want. Now for the salad part of it, we're going to use this bold mix that I found at the grocery store. It's actually a Kentucky product. You don't have to have this. You can use any salad greens that you like. What we've used before is baby salad greens, and that's wonderful. So anything like this that you can find is fine to use. We're also going to use 2 or 3 slices of prosciutto. Now, prosciutto is an Italian cured ham. It's been salt cured, and it's delicious. It's very similar to what in Kentucky we call country ham. So if you can't find prosciutto or you don't want to buy prosciutto, you could use country ham, but that's not the only thing you could use. In place of those, if you wanted to, you can just use regular deli ham. You could use salami, you could use pepperoni, or you could leave the meat out altogether. That's entirely up to you. It's your salad. Now we are going to want a little cheese in this, and we really like mozzarella pearls. But if you don't want to do the mozzarella pearls, you could do some Parmesan and just shave it. Just take a vegetable peeler and shave off some Parmesan. And that's really good in it too. That salty Parmesan is delicious. And then once we get our salads made in our bowls, we're going to use some fresh cracked black pepper right on top of that. Just whatever each person wants, they can put on top of their own. Okay, the first thing we need to do is make our dressing. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm just going to put my basil in the bowl.
It smells so nice.
Oh, I love the smell of basil. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of our balsamic vinegar. There's 1. And 2. Then we're going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of sea salt. If you don't have sea salt, that's okay. Just use regular salt. It'll be fine. And I'm just going to do a big pinch, maybe a little bit more, that I'm going to put right in to our dressing. Then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of our olive oil. And this is going to be so good, especially with that Parmesan garlic and rosemary in there. And we're just going to whisk that together. And then we will set that aside because we need to work on our melons. I'm going to have to cut the cantaloupe and the honeydew, and of course clean out the seeds and the membranes. And then I'll have to cut my watermelon, and then we're going to, you can chop them up if that's what you want to do, but we're going to use our melon baller to get those together. We will put those 3 cups of melons in a bowl, and then we're going to stir that dressing we just made into our fruit. All right, let's get our melons ready to chop up. Now I am doing the melon balls, but you certainly could just chop it up.
They're cute with little balls.
They are, aren't they? And it just makes it so pretty when you're putting the salad together.
And it'll be perfect since you're using the mozzarella pearls.
Yeah, that's true. They'll go well together. This honeydew is so ripe and delicious. Oh, it's really nice. Oh.
Run away.
Run away. Can I tell a story?
I think so. I don't know what story, so maybe I'm a little nervous.
No, it's about my grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
This just came to my mind. My grandmother absolutely loved cantaloupe and honeydew, but she refused to take it in her house. She always kept a cooler on her back porch. And when she got home from the store, she would put her cantaloupe and her honeydew in that cooler out on the back porch and leave them in there. And I would say, Mamaw, if you would take those and put them in the refrigerator, they would be good and cold and they would taste better. And she'd say, oh, no. You don't refrigerate cantaloupe and honeydew. They belong in a cooler on the back porch. Do you remember her keeping them back there?
Honestly, no. I don't think
You're
I know
kidding.
this story. Why did she? I mean, I think
That's what she always
I know
did.
she had a cooler on the back porch. I just didn't realize that was.
Yeah, that was the whole purpose. She kept.
I just thought that's where she stored it.
No, honeydew and cantaloupe in the summer.
So she didn't like them cold?
She didn't like them cold, and she didn't want them in the house. I don't know why, but she just did not want melons in the house.
So she would bring them in and cut them, right?
Oh yeah, she'd bring them in when she cut them and ate them.
Okay.
But she would not store them in the house.
There had to be a reason.
I'm sure there was, but I don't know what it was. But she always kept them outside. Our fruit is ready to go in, so we're just going to put it into a bowl together. Put the watermelon and the honeydew. That might be a little bit too much cantaloupe. I think there's one piece too much.
Sneaky, sneaky.
That's the best cantaloupe we've had all season. It's so good.
It sure did go into those balls real easily.
It is so good. Right, I'm gonna whisk my dressing one more time just to make sure that it's completely combined. And then I'm just going to, actually I think I'll use a spatula. I'm going to drizzle this over my fruit. And then we will just toss it in that dressing. We want all of that out there. This is such a good summer salad.
It's going to make a delicious lunch.
It sure will.
My banana that I had for breakfast is long gone.
Is that all you had?
It is.
I had an English muffin with some jam and some grapes. I didn't know banana was all you had.
But I'm ready.
You should have eaten when I ate.
I know, but I wasn't.
I don't know, you weren't hungry then.
Yeah.
You told me. Okay, so I'm going to set this over to the side. And I'm going to get our prosciutto ready. And all I'm going to do is just kind of slice it up a little bit. If I can get it open. I might have to cut that open, because I don't think it's going to come open on its own. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 or 3 slices. Okay, I'm going to take 3, because I love prosciutto. So I'll just lay it out here on the cutting board. And you don't have to chop it up. It's kind of nice to be able to see it in the salad, so you don't want it too small. So I'm just going to cut it into strips. Okay, where's this last bit? There it is. Get rid of those. I'm just going to cut it down the middle. Should have turned it the other way. I'm just going to cut it right down the middle. Make sure it's completely cut. And then I'm going to cut it into strips so that we can see it in our salad. You can do it the way you want to. If you want to cube it up, that's fine. If you want to chop it into small pieces, that's okay. If you want to leave it in a big piece, that's good too. It's up to you. You fix it the way you want. All right, we're just going to put a salad together, and we just do individual salads. We don't do one big salad, because if you do that, then if you have leftovers, you really can't keep that. It's going to get a little soggy. So Melissa and I always just make a salad each, and fix what we want. And if there's any leftovers, we can have that for another meal that same day or even the next day. We can do that. All right, so I'm going to put some of our fruit on our salad. And you just kind of want to spread those out so you get some color all over the plate. And as you can tell, I'm going heavy with the cantaloupe because I love that cantaloupe. Okay, then we're going to do a little bit of cheese. And I absolutely love these mozzarella pearls. So I'm going to put several of those on my salad. And again, you can use the cheese you want. You don't have to use both of these cheeses, or you can use a totally different cheese. And I just love to shave that Parmesan and put that right on top. Isn't that beautiful?
It's a very nice looking salad.
Yeah. You just want a few pieces of that on your salad and then finish it.
Oh, you forgot the ham.
Oh, don't forget my prosciutto. I would be so upset if I forgot it because I love it. So I'm just putting it right over top of the salad. I really should have probably done it before I did the cheese, but that's okay.
I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference.
It's not going to matter. And then a little bit of cracked black pepper right on top. Now, if you feel like you don't have enough of the dressing from the fruit, you can always go to the bottom of the bowl, get a little bit of that dressing, and just drizzle right over your salad so that your lettuce has some of that dressing on it. And that's it. It's time to eat. All right, babe, are you taking the first bite?
Well, I think I'll wait because I think it'll be really hard for you to feed me that, but
I'll sure try.
I'm going to have my own salad because
I know you are.
I'm very much looking forward to this. I think that's why I just had the banana because I knew we were going to make the salad.
That dressing is fabulous.
And all the freshness of summer right there.
The fruit and the prosciutto, you can't get better in the summer than this. It is so delicious. Wow. Get a piece of watermelon. That is delicious. I really like the little bit of saltiness from the Parmesan. So I really recommend you use it. All right, I hope you'll try this salad. You saw how easy it was to put together. It's so light and refreshing.
This time of year, they may already have some of these melons at home.
Absolutely. And listen, you don't have to use all three of those. If you just want to use a cantaloupe, do that. If you have a watermelon at home and you think, I don't want to go buy a cantaloupe and a honeydew, then use the watermelon. It's your salad. You put in it what you like. All right, we do appreciate you being here for our video. Right under this video, there's a like button. We sure would appreciate you clicking that. If you haven't before, we invite you to click the subscribe button. There's a little notification bell beside of it. If you click it, you'll see the word all. If you click those, YouTube will notify you every time we put up a new video. Right below this video, there's a description box, and it's going to have the title of this salad in it. If you click anywhere in that box, it will expand, and you'll find the written recipe right there. Melissa always puts the written recipe there for you. Under that recipe, you'll see the word more. If you click it, the box will expand further. You'll find our address where you can mail us recipes if you'd like to do that. And under that, you will find a link to the Amazon page where you can purchase our cookbook. It has over 400 recipes. So if you're interested, feel free to order that. At the very bottom of the page, there's a place for you to leave a comment, and we do love hearing from you. So feel free to leave us a comment. Thanks again for watching. We do appreciate every single one of you. We want you to remember that you are always welcome to come sit at my table. Have a great day.